All right, hey there, YouTube devils. How we doing today? I thought I'd do a quick update here. Just kind of looking at the broader crypto space. We've got nice rallies across the space here in twofold. It's interesting to note we've got the crypto to the dollar rallying, but then also many of the alts to Bitcoin. It's always going to be more red here, but you're seeing a lot of the majors are going right along. We don't have Bitcoin going vertical, so that's allowing the alts to rally with it. So we're going to look at the top 20 coins here in just a sec. Real quick before I do, just a reminder, we've got this little contest going on. It's super simple. Many of you have seen this before. We've done these. We've done a couple of these. We did a couple last year. So we've got 22 days left in it. It's free to enter. Very simple. You can enter name and email or your Twitter handle. And then the giveaway here is decent. I mean, first prize is 3 months of educational membership. That'd give you time to, well, you make a dent in the belt system there. That's a $600 value. Second prize is 2 months, and then third is 1 month, right? At $200 a month. It's a decent little giveaway. And then fourth place with 3 months of social. It gets you access to pretty much everything with the exception of the belt system, and then fifth and sixth, 2 and 1 month respectively. So again, it's very easy to enter, and then it'll guide you through how to increase your odds by just performing certain tasks. So simple things like subscribing to our YouTube channel, retweeting this video, following some of my sensei, some of my team, Sensei Hove, Sensei Tudum, very active here on Twitter. Oh, join our free Discord. That'll get you bonus points. Right? It's free to join. You'll get access to all the crypto deep dives rather than the overview, which is what we put here now on YouTube. It's easy to get, right? And it'll walk you through it. It's just not like you have to remember this. It'll show you how to get more points. More points, the higher your odds of winning. So it's just something to keep that in mind. Again, totally free to participate. Some decent payoff there. And then the other thing I would encourage you guys, I don't know if you guys realize this, but we have a very active futures day trading room, and that's where I spend a lot of my time. Most of my day trading is in the futures market. That's what I know. It's what I'm comfortable with. So that's where I spend a lot of my time. But we have a full suite here of custom indicators that we built, my partner and I in this endeavor, built these together. And if you're interested in any of this, or if you wanted to see it demonstrated, well, join us on the Discord here and you'll get access to this. Each one of these has a video associated with it. So for example, if you clicked here, this will give you a video. This, just understanding the measured move indicator, that's worth a bit of your time if you're not absolutely clear on how that plays out in the markets. Again, market doesn't matter. As you can imagine, I mean, there is no market where you don't find it, but it's pervasive, right? S&P is it's almost all algorithms trading in the futures market as it is now. It's 96, 97, 98% of it. So you got to track what the algos are doing. But again, each one of these has a video description. So if you're interested in seeing we're doing these live streams now 3 days a week where I'm literally just trading through. We spend about an hour and a half on those. Work through the first half of the day, and there might be some value there for those of you. The other thing that's interesting in all the volatility that we've switched over to the micros so that some of the exchanges were increasing their margins, and it's more available to more people. So all of the live streams, at least in the last couple of weeks, have been with the micros. Very doable. 400 is very doable a day if you've got some skills. Right? So we'll help you kind of make sense of how to do that. Of course, no one's going to do it every day. I don't do it every day, but on a good day like today, a little over 400 on the day. It's not bad, right? So there's money to be made there. So don't feel like, oh God, I can't. It's too much money, too much risk to go into the futures if you've not traded the micros. They're liquid. They trade almost identically to the full size. So there's opportunity there. So if you're interested, come over here, have a look. Any of these are available to you as well. Okay, let's get back to, here's where I wanted to start. So the idea being that I've got alts now going with Bitcoin. That's positive, right? Now, Bitcoin's not completely out of the woods. There's pretty big, most of you, if you're looking at your exchanges, there's quite a sell wall. It's 72.10. It's struggling with that, which is right at the 50, so you can understand why. But it makes you, looking here, it kind of makes you let's go check total too, because that has been really just, if you want to look at an alt, right, this is giving you predominantly what they're all doing. There's a few exceptions that are standouts here that are starting to show real signs of strength and outpacing their peers here. So I just tracked the top 20 here. So this is a good sign, right? So from the top, we're not to, what's interesting here, note, it's interesting, right? So look where we are at the 50. So look at these. All right, so here's the high volume node right at the 50, and then look what we have here. Oh, shit. Trading views. Look what we have here at the golden zone. All right. Coincidental? Well, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. So, but this is the next hurdle we got to get through, and then this, right? We're not fully there. Well, interesting to note now, we haven't flipped the Vegas wave yet, right? So here's the last time we flipped on the way down. Of course, you'd have to pay attention to this one as well, right? That's good. So we're through. Look here. So do you see what happened here? We come to the 50 reaction holds. Now we get through. Next reaction will be right here. We don't have. Well, we got some of this. Draw this down here. There'll be some resistance at that golden zone. Guarantee you, right? You don't believe me? Track it. Put it on your chart. You'll see there'll be a reaction there. There always is. Now, so then if we do break that, well, really, you'd have to check here. I'd keep each one of those as potential pivots. You'd have to pull back and check on, right, to be sure that we're in the clear. Here's the big one. So just doing that same idea here. We just kind of take a spin dash, right? As you get along, as I've mentioned many times, this is in my bag. I'm a dash bull. Well, I'm a crypto bull. Right, so dash, one of my faves. We're not quite there to looks. This is dragging on. This is a long 4, but the ABC here is clear. So can we get? Right, it's the same problem we're struggling with many in crypto is we can't get through. We can't get this clean 5 to kick. We can't quite get enough. Gosh, Jesus, come on. Trading view is a pain in the ass sometimes. There we go. All right, so we can get something like that to kick. Then we can come back here and say, all right, I can kind of make my way through that. This is a little bit disconcerting here in that if we complete this 5, we know the retrace is going to need to come there. So if this is 1, 2, if we're going to get a diagonal here, well, you wouldn't want to see this fail up here and get this, right? So if we complete that, so for a bull, what you're hoping is that's the 1 of 5. Right? I guess, again, assuming this ends up playing as a diagonal. We're not there yet, right? We got to break this high. If that's a diagonal, well, then any bull is looking for the 1, 2, 3, 4 to finish that 5. So the symmetry gets pushed a little bit there, a little bit, right? We'll have to wait and see. So I wouldn't make any assumptions that this is inevitable, right here. This is right where you'd expect the 4, but this is a little taking a bit of time. So even just something simple like a channel on this, just to be mindful of this. Getting a little bit of heat down here. We're getting, so if this goes up and we get the 5, anticipate the retracement, and then there should be an opportunity to get long in there. XMR, they all very similar, although here in XMR we've got the 5 that we're looking for. So yeah, we can give. That's not the prettiest ever. Yeah, so what am I, a 3 hour there? Yeah, you can probably dig your impulse out of there. This, you have to go A, B, C. It's not gorgeous, but the structure gives us a 5. So we have a motive wave going in. Now this is going to be interesting to see. Now that's the 50 from the pivot high. Whoops. 50 from the pivot high. Same kind of problem. You kind of watch down here. We're awfully hot on the RSI, right? It doesn't stay there. Well, it can stay pinned for a while, but eventually it's like a tension release, right? Eventually it releases. So I'd be kind of watching for that. But really all it's doing, if you're not in this already, you kind of want this to get up here and start coming down because it's just setting up the 1, 2, right? So if this is going to play as a 5, so maybe we pivot at the 50. You've got some structure here. Maybe we get through right? this little pivot. So now you're just going to kind of patiently wait for that. Right, that's what you're waiting for, right? So all of this kind of hurry up and wait has been to see if we could get a motive wave off the low. Well, here we've clearly got one. So now you got to be patiently waiting to try and get on board for the 3, which is the one you wait for anyway. Cardano, kind of similar, right? We've just barely cleared this pivot, so maybe you can, we can call it a motive wave. It's not pretty, but look what happened right to the 50, right? Now, if we get through, come here. If we get through, there's not a lot of resistance here to have us get up to the 618, to the golden zone, but of course those aren't the big ones, right? That's just the next hurdle, then this, then this, then this, and this is the big one, right? Until we get through that. Same thing, all of them pretty much all the same. You've got your 5 here. We're through the 50 here, right? From this pivot, here's the big one, right? All the same. Right? They're just at the 38. Again, I would love to see the Vegas wave flip, right? You can just look at that. The Vegas wave flip, keep you out of trouble. Right now, we don't have it yet, but promising. Bitcoin, well, we've got this sell wall here at 7,200. You know, the count is unclear. It could be counted either way. So right here's the more bullish interpretation, right? If this is going to play as an ABC, so if it's 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, as I said, there's a big sell wall right here. If we can get through that and go up, and well, here there's the next one, right? Of course, same thing, right? Just coming down here, right here. Look at this, sitting at the golden zone, right? That's going to be the resistance here. We're still not through this, but it's making, it keeps trying. There's a lot of there's a big wall of sell orders sitting right on that, right? So it's struggling with that. EOS, kind of the same, right? Maybe we can call this now our motive. It's still same challenge, right? You got to get through all of this. ETH looking a little bit better, so we have our ugly motive. Oh, I'm sure bears will find a way to interpret that negatively. So first, right? So we're not in the clear yet. So let's be clear. I'm not saying, well, okay, low is in. Too soon for that, but this is encouraging. We're getting motives off the low. Link, same thing. Right, they're all pretty much the same. I mean, really, you can just go to total 2, and if you want to know what's happening with the alts, right, this is the most encouraging that we're getting some kick through here. What did I not get through? XLM, Stella is on a bit of a tear today, so it looks like perhaps we've cleared. Yep. Oh shit, just missed it. Right? Is that not crazy? Right? What do we? Oh yeah, we did get. Did we get it by a tick? Let's see. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, good news. All right, so link bulls, right? That's positive. So, but really, you just got to go to the next one. So now it's just a 50. All right, this is how they move, guys. You got to know where these are. You got to know where they are. You're just blind to what's actually happening. Maybe, right? We finished this kind of a funky diagonal here. Ripple, right? Ripple's got its perma bulls, all right, and well, shit, it's got perma bears as well. So a pull down here. Right, get something down here in this range, promising. Tezos, same, right? They're all pretty much the same, right? We're looking at this, pretty much this whole area up here. We got to get through. Maybe we flip the Vegas wave. So something promising. All right, we'll see. Okay, there you go. That's a quick overview, just a quickie today. Come on over here. If you're interested, right, you'll find it. Well, of course, anything we're doing is very consistent with what we just went through, right? In terms of everything I've ever shown you here, we're just applying it to the futures market. And if the volatility accommodates, we'll do it via Renko bars. But if the volatility is too hot, as it has been, where the Renko bars are too big, then we'll just do it with either tick bars or minute-based bars. All right, guys, there you go. All right, let's keep an eye on Bitcoin getting through 72.10. That will be a biggie. All right, guys, back to you later.